So I'm back at what I like to call the spot. Trying to get this massage popping off. It's not as comfortable because I'm not laying all the way back like I would like to, but I'm trying to make it suffice. I'm back on here because, well, earlier I made a little video. Earlier I made a video and I was saying I was gonna go out in the jacuzzi and stuff. I was prepared and put my stuff on, my little under stuff, instead of me having to change out there in the gazebo, and gets out there and turn out I done left the water off and I left it cold and stuff. I meant not the water, I left the, oh yeah, this is not comfortable. I feel like I'm laying back. Okay, that's better. I left the I didn't turn the I turned the temperature on. I didn't turn the heater on. I turned the temperature up to what it's supposed to, but I didn't turn the heater part on. I'm like, oh my goodness. And like, I had to stop there for literally the past 2 days, 2 or 3 days like this, and thinking that it was heating up, because it takes 24 to 48 hours to heat up. So to me, today would have been a perfect day because it was 11 degrees warmer than what it was yesterday. It was cold, yes, significantly colder yesterday. You could tell. So I wouldn't have been freezing my behind off if I did it today, but it's all good. Then it's supposed to rain tonight, certain times. It's supposed to, and I thought it was gonna storm and rain all week, but it didn't happen. But anyway, just getting back on here. I just got done eating some more curry chicken. It was good. I'm gonna fix me a little bit of rice because always run out of rice. I only be doing one little bag of rice. Yeah, have to cook some more. Um, so yeah, that was a little disappointing. But slightly frustrating, but not too much. I'm good. It is what it is. Um, there was this. She's supposed to be a deaconess from the church that I had been a member of since like what? Was it 2013? 2000 it was 2013, if I'm not mistaken. And she reached out or whatever, and she was telling me about, I guess, the itinerary and stuff for what's going on for the rest of the year and when services are. And then of course I'm guessing maybe this is just like her little, it's already like a prompted message or whatever, and she just changes the name. And she put my name in there. They change your name just to make you feel like an individual or whatever. But so I thought it was personalized and stuff like that. And she was like, yeah, I mean, like towards the end, it said something about, reach out if you have prayer requests and this and the third. And so, I mean, I don't never even reach out to them anyway. Over the years, she has always reached out to me since I guess I had got added to her roster by, they go by last name. And so if I'm added to it, that means that my paternal so-called grandmother would be on there as well. She attends that church as well and have been or whatever. And I don't know. I don't know what would be going on. But anyway, today I was just like, it's been 2 or 3 days. I said something to her. I responded to her when I first seen the message. And I haven't received any, feedback. So I just, try to be as polite as I could and respectful, and just, I shouldn't even have to give that disclaimer or say that, because you got a right to decline. Like, no is it's still no, or what I'm saying, remove me or this, that, and third. It's an option. It's a selection. So, you know, that's what I did or whatever. I just was like, remove me from the contact list. I haven't really gotten help. I don't really get help from around here, and then alone, so I wanted to say so-called church family, but I was like, I ain't gonna do that. The church family, and I just like to be removed. I hadn't had a response, so I did, and then after that, I blocked. I usually wait for a response or whatever, but this time I just like, you know what, I'm good, like, cause I go throughout the whole year and I don't hear from her. Maybe like once a year every time she faithfully do it, but that it seemed like that's all And so I'll leave it at that. Um, but yeah, here I am. What, 2 or 3 days shy of that day when that girl for one reached out to me. That was what, almost 3 years ago, and I just knew, honey, y'all couldn't tell me that my dude was wasn't coming back. And what I mean, I'm saying, we're gonna come back and remain. I was like, wait, what? I didn't know this was it. This just, that was the beginning of pretty much the end, or like, what I've been living out these past couple years. So it is what it is. That was the beginning of some type of end, because of course I still got his children in my household, and they don't belong to him. He don't own them, but I had the children that we had together. Well, I thought. But yeah, my boys, which I'm, again, as always, I'm thankful for, because my daughter is not here, and like, I just don't have that contact with her at all. And you know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. Like, literally, my daughter, I'm gonna just speak on this. Like, with the material thing that she got from them, they told her to, because she wanted to continue to choose that material stuff. Well, this is what it seems like to me anyway. Um, I have been praying like I usually pray at home since she's been living with me and stuff like that, and where we've had peace. I was like, when I asked them, I said, when I pray, do y'all feel, are y'all peace, or are y'all disturbed or anything? And they all had told me, what I'm saying, well, they both, the older ones, because the younger one here really, no, they were like, we're peaceful. And so I was praying on the phone one time. She just hung up on me. She wanted to take a shower, which is understandable, but she just hung up while I was praying. And then there was a time when her dad's mom told me to hang up, because I said what I said on the phone. Like I said, I wasn't talking to her, but she was in the background listening. She has taken the phone from my daughter. From when I was talking to my daughter, it don't matter if you don't, to me, it doesn't matter if you don't like what I'm saying to her, then you need to remove yourself from always listening, and you know what I'm saying? But she took the phone from my daughter, and my daughter, being a respectful person she is, she's going to listen to whatever adult is in her house, in the house that she's at, for the most part. I mean, she's not stupid. Hopefully, she's not going to do nothing wrong. But to me, that was wrong. Again, that's what I'm saying. I'd be disappointed regarding my daughter, but I'm not, a hater or anything. Like, if you are comfortable somewhere and all this other whatever. And my daughter had waited a while before she ever got to step foot in this lady house. This lady had done had, I guess, a new place for probably like a year or whatever. I didn't care. That doesn't make me no never mind, because you have nice things, and those nice things can also have you. Like, you're so wrapped up in that, and again, you just mistreat people, or you know what I'm saying. You're not nice. Your insides is not nice. But anyways, my daughter hung up on me that one time, maybe once or twice. I think it was one time when the female took the phone and, gosh, like, tried to death stare me down as if she could do something to the phone. Like, I'm supposed to be scared of her. I wasn't scared of her, but I was cautious because my daughter was in that environment, and my daughter was like literally choosing to be and feeling like she's supposed to do that, this, that, and third, whatever. So I couldn't be, but so, you know what I'm saying? I was careful, but I still have to be me. And I'm just looking at her like, girl, I wanted to say, girl, get your ugly self off this phone. But I mean, FaceTime, like, I don't like you, I don't deal with you, so why would you even get? But she felt like because she bought it and purchased it, she can, you know what I'm saying? And I understand that part of it, but the part is, you still did not, you didn't conceive nor birth my child. So, that part, thinking about all that is frustrating, but, and then, oh yeah, I forgot, this, I guess her birthday coming up too. Oop, I don't know, I said that, but 2, 3 days shy of when the girl reached out, and then of course the boys' dad's deceased so-called mother, her birthday, and again that girl reached out on basically the day of his mom's birthday, but she was dead, and it's like, you trying to reach me for somebody that's in the grave? That's not good. But anyway, um, yeah, so I'm just feeling a little, I guess it's pressure or whatever. So reminded of that, and like I said, regarding my daughter, just that was so crazy to me. That's why I was like, oh, wait a minute now. What they say, you woke up and chose violence. But yeah, I'm not gonna do that with you. I'm not gonna get violent with you when it comes to that. I'm going to just, you know what I'm saying? Whatever I feel like set me back or had that cause a setback or whatever you want to, I don't even know what to call it regarding my daughter being separated. I do feel like it's kind of a setback, but whatever it was that caused me, I couldn't do nothing but go to God. I definitely couldn't fight that in the natural, else I'm going to use up all my energy, all my strength, and and still be unsuccessful. So have to continue to fight that in the spiritual, and that's how I chose to do it. But yeah, when I seen she was just hanging up, and it was like she did, it was like she didn't have to respect me, didn't have to follow my instructions or anything. And a wise lady told me, she was like, she's not gonna. It's no need in you trying to set any rules or anything when she's at another location like that. And I'm like, I don't know about that. Like that didn't sit well with me, but it just got to the point where I'm not gonna be able to communicate with you if I'm not supposed to be mom in your life. And you know what I'm saying, until God reveals to me that I'm somebody else to you, I'm your little sister, I'm your big sister, honey, I am, you know what I'm saying, in the kingdom, we all supposed to be brethren, but you're not today. I'm saying. But that touches on what I was speaking about earlier, as far as just staying in my place, staying in my lane, still knowing that people are older than me. Yet I have a maturity about myself, like the way I talk, and even just the way I'm talking now. I just know how to um, conduct myself well and have a mature conversation. And people got, like, literally this female that my child had been under. I don't even know if she's over there now, whatever. But been under his so-called mom or whatever. She get offended just by us sitting down having a conversation. It was other times when we could sit through it, but it's just sometimes when she was just so disturbed and bothered, and I be all I was saying was, yeah, my child's not going such and such. I was just speaking about my child, and she kept saying, you're not going to talk to me like I'm a child. And I'm like, I'm not talking to you like I'm a child. I'm talking to you about my child and what she's not going to do. And so that was just so crazy to me. But yeah, her birthday coming up too. I know people's birthdays, of course. I'm not stupid. I ain't forgot nothing or whatever, but I don't celebrate these people, and I'm not, what I'm saying. I don't celebrate his deceased mom, and I'm not celebrating his living mom. My daughter's dad's living mom, but I don't speak death over her or anything like that. May God bless and keep her as He will, according to His will. Um, or just God have you. I can't even say bless and keep her, but I could just say have your way in her life, like uh, you know. But really, mainly got on here to not really stay on and talk about the deceased mom. I just was mentioning that one, but yeah, it was more surrounding that. But I ended up going to this one because I forgot both they mama birthdays was in December, and that's the closest I got to some kind of type of alignment regarding them or something like that. That's about it. And I think they're both about the same age or something. No, I think the boy's dad, mom was a little older or whatever, but just by like 1 year or so. But but yeah. So thinking about that, and then I was thinking about how came a long way, seen so much, regarding across the street. I remember when, and I probably mentioned this before on one of the videos, but I remember when me and the boys' dad, I can't say me and their dad because it wasn't us in it together, but it was a situation, and I'm involved because I'm involved with him. He was, I guess, being and dealing with the girl. We'll just call her. Well, I am going to use her initial. The girl, her name is. We'll just call her A. And um, he was dealing with her or whatever, and of course it's the one he had the baby with. And I guess something was going on or whatever between them, which is still crazy because I was still involved with him, and it's hard. You know what I'm saying? It should be hard for me to talk about that and stuff like that. But it is what it is. That's what happened. That's how that cookie started to crumble. And he had gotten on her. I guess she had done got her brother or somebody involved because he did what he did. Oh, because I made a phone call or whatever. But yeah, he did what he did. Or I made a phone call or either answered or something like that. I don't know. And he, yeah, he did what he did. And he, what else? And I literally had a dream about this. And then next thing I know, it was happening. But yeah, he was on the phone with the brother. I guess the brother was trying to find out what was going on. And I heard him explaining himself like she put my stuff out her crib. I'm sitting here like, but I didn't never put you, you know what I'm saying? I'm still sitting over here, little old me, just had his baby the year before. I'm like, but I never, I'm listening and I'm thinking to myself, I never put his stuff out. I never, you know what I'm saying? This, that, third. And it's like, whether he just be trying you or whatever, or just sneaking and trying not to get caught, and then, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be. And then, I was like, put his stuff out her crib when, what is he doing? I mean, he will just move in with people. So no, I don't celebrate his mom because to me it was just something devious about her. It was beyond devious. It was just diabolical. She self-proclaimed it and all that or whatever. So I don't celebrate his mom. I didn't really celebrate her when she was alive. I did try to give honor because my voice came through. You know what I'm saying? Through that bloodline. When she linked up with his dad, and you know what I'm saying, they got him, and then my boys came down. No, not down, but came through. And so, that was what I could do. But, she wasn't nobody that I really felt like I wanted to respect. And if I feel like I'm a disrespecter, then I'd rather just stay away from you. Um, but anyway, so yeah, I don't know. Between her birthday is supposed to be in a couple of days, and then her birthday, and then seeing the name and stuff last night where the incident and stuff occurred on the same street and in the same town. I mean, same, yes, on the it's a town with the same city name or state. No, it ain't a state. It's a city name that's the same as one of the streets there, and well, boulevard, should I say? And an incident occurred there, and I was just like, oh no. And so that's coming up, like I said, right around her birthday, and I was like, ugh, that's not for me to carry. I can't carry that stuff for him or anything like that. I I felt grief a day before the lady was getting ready to pass. Like I literally laid in the bed. I felt a strong. It wasn't a spirit that was like holding me down, but it was a spirit that definitely caused me to just. I had to go lay down, and I do believe, of course, for me, the spirit of God was present, but that spirit of grief was just like it was so much that I I had to go lay down. And at the time, I had a so-called best friend, and I was talking to her, and I told my daughter, I said, I can't even talk to her no more. You could talk to her, and I'm gonna go lay down. And I couldn't get back on the phone. I couldn't get back up. I had to just lay. Um, and then the next day, of course, she passed or whatever. But I didn't hear about it until 2 days. I think I either heard about it 2 days later or something like that, or the day after. I don't know. And anyway, I'm just reminded of that. But he was on the phone with the brother, and then I was like in my yard, and I was coming up behind him while he was on the phone. He went out there. He didn't want to go over there where his relatives was and talk, but of course he didn't. I guess I'm not gonna say he didn't want to get caught up because it seemed like he just didn't give a damn. He went out there. Like common sense would tell you go get in your car, really. But anyway, he went out there, but it might have been too hot. But he went out there and just like kind of stood at the edge of my yard. And I went up behind him and I was just going. And at the time, I have to say so-called daddy. He calls him pops or whatever. But at the time, his so-called pops, quote unquote pops, was sitting over there, and it was the other one. It was the pop's sister, the so-called aunt or whatever, great aunt, whatever. And the dad just started whistling like like a jerk. But yeah, whistling to his son, basically whistling, trying to say, she's behind you listening or whatever. And he turned around to me, go back in the house with my son or whatever. So I'm just like, Oh, he would always try to use that. That's what they try to tell me. Go back in the house with the kids, or take the kids in the house, because they know that's the only way that I'm gonna even listen. They know they can't directly tell me take your ass in the house, or you know what I'm saying. Not even saying they would say it like that, but go in the house or nothing like that. No, you can't. And I'm not even saying that's a good thing, but yeah, nah, not them. Absolutely not. So, and especially honey, and I be in my own yard, and I know I'm minding my business, even though he was trying to so-called handle certain business or whatever, get himself out of something, should I say? Because it was about like Danny Lay's brother, with the baby. But yeah, but that brother made that phone call, but her brother made Instagram live for him. But anyway, oh, it pissed me off. It bothered me so bad when he responded towards what his dad, his so-called dad, his pops or whatever, and responded to me, and I was like, wow. And so of course I've been knowing for a long time that he wouldn't stand his ground when it came to me. He would rather try to tell me to do something otherwise rather than to tell them, hey man, this is between me and her. It's all good. But I mean, little dad literally whispered. I haven't seen, and mind you, I haven't seen this dude since 2018. He ain't really been over here no more. I did see the other brother come by, cut the grass sometimes, whatever. But I guess she got a new location. She didn't move them over there or whatever. I don't know. But, I'm not getting in family or so called relative affairs or whatever. But it was just funny to me. I'm just reminded of that. And there's so many other incidences and stuff where they in my business. Don't do that. You see me. No, but yeah, it was in my business. And I'm just like, yeah, y'all probably don't want to do that. And so even now to this day, hold on, I got to take a pause because I got that rice in it and I need to go drain it. Hold on. Oh, my rice is done, so give me another like minute. Right back. I would drink my little peach drink, but my stomach is kind of full, so I'm gonna just chill. But I got about a minute before this food get warmed up in the microwave. My rice is done, but I just need to had to put the chicken in the microwave and warm it up. I was just saying, even to this day, they still been in my business. Been in my business in ways that I really probably don't even know. But, they just stay at bay. They don't really intrude, but it's just seem. seemed like they was trying to get in there. And like I said that other day when somebody was standing at my mailbox or whatever they was doing, standing in my yard. Um, so yeah. Um, and that was a bold move because my sons had just came out the house. And I'm just like, what? It's like they seen my sons come out, and seen me come out. And then next thing I know, well, I guess they probably think I moved the gazebo over there so I can, um, there come my little brother. Somebody look at my food. I guess they think I moved the gazebo over there. So, I mean, of course I'm gonna look out wherever I'm at, but for that reason or whatever. But let me go get this food so I can get comfortable again. Okay, so I'm back one more again. And yeah, Tuesday they be in my business. And me, like I said, I observe. I don't really try to be in nobody's business, but sometimes people just kind of cause you to look in their direction or try to, you know what I'm saying, get you to look in their direction. And you do not be, I mean, literally, do not give a damn. Like, again, if I tell it like I tell it, like, I don't care, and y'all don't exist to me. And so sometimes I be wishing, like, why don't y'all feel like I feel? Like, you know what I'm saying? Not that I don't exist at all, but that I don't, you know what I'm saying? That I'm not over here for y'all. Know that part. but, but yeah, so the whole thing, just seeing all that, I'm so thankful for the calm. But it was a part of me that had wished, I hope he can enjoy this with me. Like during them times, I was wishing, I hope he can enjoy this with me. It was peaceful. I was telling him that if I go back in emails and stuff, I know I was telling him it's so peaceful over here. It was a time when the trouble starter, which was to me, I would call him the head witch or the head witch in charge or whatever. But the trouble starter, she was moving out one day. It was on my birthday. It was in 2017. I was so happy, so excited, like literally, like, ooh. When I tell y'all, I gotta keep, not I don't have to, but I keep a thing of hot sauce beside my bed on the little stand beside my bed. I mean, yes, indeed. But but the trouble starter was moving out. Then I seen her moving stuff out or whatever, and she was leaving the house to somebody else. Then of course, subletting, subleasing, whatever. But yeah, and that was drama too. That's the crazy part. But And then one of her oldest children was still coming over there. And this is the one that I call Big Trifling, like he gets on my nerves just seeing him. But this person that she was letting sublet or whatever, they was paying and all that, but he was still coming over there like he owned the place and like trying to take over, parking his car in the driveway where she would just have to end up parking her car on the street. And I'm like, wait, what? She don't got no parking. She can't park at the house that she paying at. And of course, overcharging. She didn't even tell me. I didn't even ask all the business or whatever because in a sense, I still didn't even care. I was still actively dealing with him too. But yeah, like these people, somebody else spoke out their mouth. Oh, they still crazy. Somebody that's honestly, she a whole trip and a half and more herself. But she was like, they still crazy. It's like, oh Lord. But like somebody else told me, crazy recognize crazy. So maybe that's why she was so freely said it. Me, honey, you ask me, they beyond crazy. Like it would have been described as reprobate, and it still could be. I just don't really put my mouth on it because I'm just like, that's something over there. And he told me, he was like, you don't know what people can say about you. And you know what? I had to look at that and like, you're right. You are right. But as long as they be telling the truth. But yeah, they real messy. But they try to keep the clean appearance or whatever. Try. But like I said, it was just so much. It was, him always sitting over there. He have on sunglasses, the dad, and he would have on sunglasses, and you just never know if he was looking and staring at you or not. Ugh, it just stank, bunk, nasty. Like, nope. But yeah, what else? I don't know. I'm just feeling emotional. Oh my gosh, I watched And Just Like That today. Oh my god, y'all already know I love me some from back in the day, some Sex in the City. I love all the movies. I bought them. Like that was like my favorite. That Desperate Housewives, and I know it's about white women that got, what I'm saying, all that or whatever. But of course, they trying to sprinkle some black folks in there on this episode. Samantha is not in there. Big, oh my god, hopefully nobody's seen it or nobody hasn't seen it. And I'm about to spoil it, but Big done died. Not even out, was it out the first episode? Yeah, out the first episode, good. First, oh my goodness, that was just crazy. I was not expecting that. So it's like, did Big not want to do the show? But I mean, I understand. They've been doing it this whole time, but I love it. Till this day, it's still good to me. It's still so interesting. So I watched that today, and I definitely got in my emotions about some of that. But just been in my emotions, period. Like I'm an emotional person. I already know. I do not try to act out of my emotions and live or whatever. And when my daughter's dad was at least some smarts with him. He did, and some that was wisdom. I really gotta honestly say, he did try to tell me. He was like, the Bible say you don't even supposed to act out of emotions, and I don't know. It definitely doesn't say exactly that, but it says. I'm sure it says something close or whatever. And you know, yeah, you're not supposed to. You're not really supposed. You're supposed to definitely deal with your emotions, submit your mind, will, and emotions to God, and let Him sort through that, because if we act out of our emotions and stuff, I tell you, the world is already crazy. Oh gosh, I don't even have no words for what it would be. Just definitely self-destructive and just very a destructive place. So yeah, but I've been emotional today, and probably of course about to come on my cycle soon. Definitely been wanting some chocolate. I ate Reese's today and some Crunch bars and stuff like that. I got half the mind to go in there and eat the rest of them Reese's, but I had bought a king size so me and my sons can split it. I get two, they get one. You know. Um. And so yeah, I got not really stuff on my mind, but stuff trying to. I don't know if it's trying to weigh on my heart, but it's definitely, you know, some hard things seem to be lingering or whatever. But I wasn't even disappointed when my jacuzzi wasn't filled up. I was just kind of like, It was humorous. It was like, oh my goodness, I didn't really literally like. I'm so big on making sure that I get that thing done because I just be wanting that peace and just be want to go out there and just relax. But I went out there and it wasn't even gathered together, so I just sat out there for a little while. So we got dark, and there's also this like I guess they're an older couple, but there's some older people that are staying at the other house over here. Um, and so sometimes they be out taking their dog out, trying to act like they follow the leash laws or whatever. But yeah, taking the dog out and letting the dog piss at the mailbox or whatever, whatever. And and speaking of that, there was a big dog in my yard earlier today, and I think I already mentioned it. It was real bold, and I'm like, mm-mm. But yeah, uh, so I was sitting out there when they was out there, and I just don't be wanting to draw attention to myself. It is what it is. I just like to live that quiet life. Like now, the Bible definitely says that, but I like to just live that quiet life, peaceful. I can't front. I like some loud music. I still like some loud music. I ain't gonna front, but I haven't been playing my music loud like that lately. Like last night was the loudest I kind of turned it up. There was this song. There's this girl named Desiree Mitchell. Like she made this song called Heartstrings, and then there's another song she made. I love this song. It's called what is it? Oh my goodness. Oh, it's called Ready for Love. Like I literally had to start singing it in my head, and yeah, I think it's called Ready for Love or something like that. Like, yeah, that's a hot little song. Um, so yeah, turned it up a little bit or whatever, but I ain't turn it up too loud, baby. I will blast it. If my other TV was fixed, I would blast it. But yeah, so and then I peeped a couple other things or whatever. Other people leaving out the house, how to certain houses and going places and getting what vehicles they got in, just that, whatever, whatever. So like I said, I just observe and um I don't try to be this mysterious person. I do try to be a discreet person, but I don't try to be mysterious. I had already just gave the disclaimer. I don't fool with everybody and I don't want to. And part of it, yes, is because of what I went through in my childhood, but I feel like I went through that in my childhood so I can make some better decisions when I got older and not really get close to certain people seriously because I just would have been fooled into thinking that these people really, you know, have a certain care concern, but they really just got some type of crazy spirit with them, like literal crazy because that might be them leaving. I don't know, but like just stuff like I can say what you cooking or something like that because the person just came over and they were conversing with me, trying to inform me about the person that stayed in the house for whatever reason. I mean, I really didn't care then, but just trying to get my attention over there or whatever, and trying to cause division definitely between me and that person. But but yeah, so then I turn around, because I'm like, oh, this person just came over here trying to confide in me. Just wasn't even paying attention to the fact that they was being messy. They don't talk to me about nothing else, but they was being messy. And then, yeah, turn around, like, well, what's up? How you doing? What you cooking? I was trying to be cordial, but that's what I get. Baby, I can assure you, I can almost promise you, I'm not gonna be cordial no more. Period. And I ain't been cordial since then. That was 2000. That was 2017. It's not gonna happen no more. This is 4 years later. I ain't forget, and I ain't even forget other incidents that the person had did, but I should have been reminded or should have thought about like just that November, December, something like that. A couple short months ago, that person did something and said something, throwing salt over here or whatever, in a certain type of way. And then next thing I know, they got dealt with in a different type of way. And I was just like, So that right there alone just lets me know, don't get tangled up with this person. Don't bother with that person. Don't even ask that person how they doing. It is. I tried to, and I thought, of course, that's where my area where I thought that's what we supposed to do, and I had to learn, can't mingle with everybody. And, that's how I feel too. Other people seemingly can't mingle with me and don't, don't say nothing to me. They go on and, it's peaceful that way, honestly. Let me see if I can eat my food yet. I ain't gonna be on here too much longer. I'm ready to upload this video, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I feel good that I cooked instead of ordered it out or whatever, but at the same time, I had planned for that. Like, I shopped from the grocery store the day before, got it, and left the meat in the refrigerator and planned to. See, I have to do that, but usually my stuff be frozen and I don't be planning for stuff. So I be hungry right there, so I'll go in there, order something, but it's time. And I'm about maxed out my credit cards or whatever. And hopefully tomorrow my stuff will be warm enough for me to go out there and it'll be sunny enough. But I don't know, because it's supposed to rain on into the evening. But I'm going to relax. I'm going to enjoy my sons. They're enjoying their Roblox game. That's what they like to do. One of my sons told me that he must have said something to offend somebody earlier.
I heard a gunshot.
I didn't. Just do what I always tell you to do. Close my door. He said he heard a gunshot. I didn't hear no gunshot. Anyways, yeah, once he did it, they're enjoying their Roblox or whatever. Well, until he came in and said that. And, we're gonna enjoy our weekend. And I'm gonna trust God that nothing gets stirred up on the 12th or 13th, and I bind and rebuke it right now. I actually seen the number 12 and 13 somewhere earlier today, so that's funny. But about the show, my son noticed a lot of alignment. Well, he noticed alignment when I was like, oh my gosh, they're not gonna have Samantha on the show. And I had already seen the interview where Samantha was like, there's no more Samantha ever, blah, 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 whatever. And she gave her reason and stuff why. And soon as I said that, my son was like, oh, alignment. Because I think Miranda on the show started saying something about Samantha, like, seeming like she was dead and this, that, and the third. And I figured that's what they would do, kind of, to try to write her off the show and, put it to rest. But it's cool. Like, I can't wait till the next episodes come out. Like, I bought HBO Max for King Richard. What is King Richard? I didn't even get to see it, but I'm good with seeing this. This is it. This is everything. Hulu is $1 for the next 12 months. This right here, I don't know how long they're gonna push it out, but I'm gonna be watching this. I haven't really got to sit down and watch and enjoy TV in a long time. Like, I've always stayed in prayer, and I'm gonna continue to stay in prayer. I don't even have a TV in my room, but yeah, even when I did, I had it off most of the time. What else? Yeah, so I'm gonna enjoy that. But let me get off here and upload this.